Now, a creative burnout is something that obviously can happen to anyone out there creating. And what I mean by that is that no matter if you're just starting out or even if you haven't actually started out, you're at risk of burning out. And there's quite a lot to cover about this. But first, let's roll the intro. First of all, I really don't know why I'm holding this camera in my hands. I'm just guessing that I'm making a statement that this is about being creative in terms of photography, filmmaking. A lot of the larger creators on YouTube, at times they're having pauses when they're stopping making videos all of a sudden. And the main reason is that they're burning out. They're putting too much mental strain on themselves, on their channel. And at some point, the flame just gets extinguished and you stop creating. And then it's hard as fuck to get started again. And large creators aside, I know nothing about those because I'm not a large creator myself, but I'm a beginner aspiring creator. And some of these things are things I've actually felt. Now, taking into account that I was previously working as a police officer, I also was in the military on a combat deployment to Afghanistan and also then later on to Iraq. And now I'm working full-time as a medical doctor at the ER. There are a few things I know about stress. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but still. First of all, the main reason for stress and burnout, it's not that you're putting in too much work. The reason for burnout is that you're putting in too much work into something you don't value yourself or you don't feel appreciated for. You're working hard without any kind of meaning. That's it. End of video, I guess. Subscribe and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. No, but on a serious note, this applies exactly again here to YouTubers as well, because we're fighting this machine or this battle here. The thing is, we're creating, we want to be successful creators, have a good channel that we can make pretty much whatever video is that we want and have tons of people watching it, engaging with us in the comments. You want your videos to succeed. You want to feel some kind of value in it. And the problem is that when we're creating, and in case we're putting so much work into it and we don't see the results, that's exactly when we're burning out. And the problem is that probably most likely, as I mentioned in my previous video over here, by the way, which is on the topic of how I managed to create videos despite working full-time, essentially the thing is that we're putting mental effort, we're trying to measure the things, the outcomes that we somehow can't control. In our case, because it's easiest to always understand from mistakes, that don't do this. So basically whatever I'm telling here now, just do the opposite and you'll not burn out. The direct successful steps to achieving a burnout is figuring out a channel, a niche that you're only partially interested in, that you can figure out like a few videos on that you can make, but then it like stops. So you only have like 5 video ideas and then stops. An idea that really isn't close to your heart. Secondly, make sure that those videos are really hard to make, that you have to put in a lot of effort. You can't create them at home. You can create them only during a specific time of day when the weather is perfect at that very one specific location, which is, by the way, 2 hours away. And all of those videos that you're creating have to be made with different gear. So that means that you're going to use a Leica for one video. For the next video, you're going to use a drone. For the third video, you'll be using a Sony camera and so on. Make sure that each of those videos you'll have to reinvent the wheel each and every time, so that there isn't any kind of structure or backbone or habit into creating. Make sure that you'll have to start from scratch each and every time you're planning to make a new video. And continuing on, make sure that you're creating alone, so all of the work from idea generation to planning to scripting to editing is only on you yourself, and with the exception that instead of actually spending time on making that video, make sure to do everything else besides actually making that video. Plan in your schedule that you want to make the video, but don't allocate time for it. And then with all of that, make sure you're speaking in a language that doesn't feel natural to you, just to make sure that there is so much friction as possible for you to create that video. And once you manage to make that video, which by the way probably took 6 months plus or something, and you've hit publish, I want you to focus on 2 metrics, and that is watch time and subscriber count, or perhaps a third view amount or view count on that video. Ta-da! And why only those metrics? Because those are the things you can't control. Now I'm going to skip the sarcasm thing because it's hard to deliver here on video. What I want you to actually, in all honesty, to focus on is the things you can control. What I want you to focus on is that when you're creating videos, do realize that it requires time and quite a lot of effort. And in order to reduce the amount of effort it requires to make those videos, focus on those things I mentioned and just do the opposite. Making videos should be easy. It should be fun. And you should do everything that you can to lower the threshold so it's so easy as possible for you to make videos. And this I'm talking more about here on how to stay consistent on YouTube. You might want to check out that video. And once you're starting to make videos consistently, the habit of making them turns into second nature. When you're true to yourself that you're making videos that actually interest you, they're easy to make, you don't have to reinvent the wheel each and every time, the pressure on creating is low. And besides all of that, the number one thing, and this is the gold nugget of this very video, is focus on the correct metrics, not on view count, watch hours or subscribers. Instead, I want you to track the progress of yourself. How many videos are you able to make? How much effort? Try to somehow visualize the amount of effort you're putting into a video, because chances are you'll be making 100 videos and 5 of those are the ones that are really going to hit home, and then your channel will explode and start to grow, and you'll be hitting the nail in the coffin not each and every time, but more likely. You'll only need a few of those videos, but in order to reach those 5 videos that are actually hitting home, you'll be needing to make 100 videos. So please track your own progress, that you're making those videos. So what if that one specific video didn't succeed? It didn't cost an arm and leg for you to make that video, because it's just second nature for you to make those videos. Instead, I want you to track on how many videos it is that you're putting out there. And then the fun thing that is actually fun is that when you're having one of those videos that skyrockets, then that the algorithm, the platform hits home and starts delivering, you'll laugh for yourself, because making that video, you realize it didn't require any sacrifice at all, because it came as second nature for you making that video. And with all of that, you'll know from the bottom of your heart that you'll be able to replicate that video, to create more additional videos just like that, because it's true to you, yourself, your channel. You don't have to travel to the top of Mount Everest just to be able to make one similar video again, because overnight success, it's rarely a thing. You'll have to be able to make those videos on a consistent basis. And this is the exact thing on how to avoid burning out, is because the effort you're putting in is so low, and once they start hitting home, you'll know that you can keep creating those videos. That's everything there is to this. So what I want you to know is that if you're building something creative alongside your busy life, perhaps you're also working a full-time job, then hit subscribe, because I'll make videos just for you. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit the thumbs up button down there, and thanks for riding fences with me today, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.